Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Today I'm going to be doing my October favorites. I know I say this like every month, but I can't believe that it's already like going to be November, which means my birthday and then Thanksgiving and then Christmas and then we're already in 2017. It's just like, I feel like this year went by really quick and it was just really crazy. So, but I'm really looking forward to the winter time and the holiday season. I absolutely love that time. But for right now, I am going to share with you guys some favorites that I have been loving this month. I have a lot of face stuff, one eye thing, and one lip thing. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the face stuff because I do have the most of that. This first thing I showed in my concealer and foundation routine. Actually, these first like 3 things I did. This is the NYX primer spray. Now, I had this for a while and I really didn't touch it. Because I did, you know, try it as a primer, like really as a primer spray. I would do it before I would even put on my foundation. And I just really didn't feel like it did anything. I was just, you know, and then I kind of was just like, right, okay. But I have found the way to use this, and that is to spray my foundation brush before I blend in my foundation. Now that is if I'm using a brush, but I also love to use this as a setting spray. Even though it says primer, I use it as a setting spray and it works beautifully. It keeps my makeup in place. It keeps me like matte. It's a really, really good product. And so I definitely recommend picking this up. And then the foundation that I showed in my foundation concealer routine is this Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation Plus Concealer. And I love this foundation. It gives amazing coverage, but you need the really small amount. It dries very quickly, like it sinks into the skin really fast. So you do want to do like one side of your face at a time, you know, like dot it and then blend it. But the best part about that is the fact that it does sink in really quick. So you can just go in with concealer and powder and everything without really having to think like, is my foundation sunk in yet? So I really like that aspect of this. I do wear the shade Alabaster, and so it is a pretty pale shade, and I've used this a lot, and it's down to like here. So, I mean, that's saying a lot. This is a more pricey foundation. This is probably around $20, $30, but I did say this in my foundation routine video. The Clinique is sold at certain Ulta stores and online. So if you have reward points, you can spend those on prestige brands. So make sure that you do that when buying something like this if you do want to save a little bit of extra money. But this foundation is just really, really beautiful. It keeps me matte, and it's just, like I said, it's very like full coverage, but not like over the top cakey looking full coverage. It's just really, really pretty. So I definitely recommend that. And then as far as primers go, I've been loving these two from Catrice. Now, for some reason, like on their own, I don't really like them, but together I really enjoy them. This one is the Prime and Fine Pore Refining Anti-Shine Base. It's mattifying and long-lasting and oil-free. And then this one is the Anti-Shine Blur Stick. It's funny because I feel like this one is mattifying, but it doesn't really do anything for the pores. And then this one is pore refining, but it doesn't really do anything as far as like my shine goes. So that is one thing about these. I feel like the claims are not really all the way there, but together they do make a really nice primer, and these are pretty affordable. So I did pick mine up at Ulta. I would definitely wait till it's buy one, get one 50% off, and then just pick 2 of these. They do have a pore refining one in a tube like this that I would be interested in trying, but this one does keep me matte. It's just a really beautiful primer. It's more of like a lotiony feel. It's not so like silicone based like a lot of mattifying primers are. But again, this just keeps me really matte. And then this little stick is magical. It blurs my pores so beautifully. All I do is I kind of just draw it right here on the center of my face where my pores are largest, and then I'll just take my finger and just kind of really push it into the skin and like, you know, blend it, so to speak, because it does have like a peachy skin tone tint, but I mean, on my skin tone, you can't even see it. Now, if you do have darker skin, you probably would be able to see this. So, but when you blend it in, it really just blends down to nothing. But it just fills in my pores really nice and makes everything very smooth. So this one keeps me matte. This one fills in the pores. So a good little duo. And honestly, buying both of these is still probably cheaper than buying like a Smashbox or, you know, Benefit Pore Refiner or whatever. So That's another thing just to kind of think about. The last face thing is from e.l.f. and this is their Studio Blush in Berry Mary. I showed this in my e.l.f. haul that I did. I love the Studio Blush formula. I think it's a really great formula. I've had a couple of blushes in this line, but I've never tried this one. And it is just a really pretty mauve with a gold shimmer to it. But the shimmer is not super sparkly, which I like. So let me show you guys a swatch. It just is a really gorgeous blush for fall, and these blend really nicely and they last a long time too, and this was only like $3 on the e.l.f. website. I haven't seen this shade in any of like my Target stores or CVS, but I did find it online, so that is that's somewhere you can buy it. But I love this. It's just the most beautiful shade for fall. It just gives this like deep rosy look to the cheeks, and it just has that little bit of a gold shimmer in it, so it's a really pretty just like gold shift. So you can, like, if you want to, you could totally get away with skipping the highlight if you do wear this blush. Okay, so let's move on to eyes. The first thing I did do a video on back in the beginning of this month, and this is the Lorac Mega Pro 3 palette. It is already getting a little dirty. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, just because Lorac packaging always does, and because this is white, it's just going to show every little dirt mark. And you can see it's been very, very loved. This shade I kind of, you know, had a little accident with, but it's just gorgeous. If you are someone who loves neutrals, or you're someone who has to wear neutrals every single day, like for me, I can't wear a lot of colors to work because it's just not appropriate for what I do. But I do love color and I love to play with color. But again, I can't always do that. So I love this palette because it is beautiful for every day, and you do get some colors. You know, you get this nice eggplant and violet gray and dusty mauve. You get a dark navy. You get a lot of like warm browns. You do get like this pomegranate, glacier, even mist. It's very different. It's like this matte ice blue color. You get a lot of like nice warm kind of shimmers. So again, they're colors like, you know, you get some plums and stuff like that. So it's colors, but it's still neutral. So I really like this palette. Again, if you're someone who loves neutrals or loves like muted colors, or you're just like me and you have to wear those colors every day because it's not appropriate to wear, you know, like green eyeshadow to work or blue eyeshadow. Like I love that stuff, but again, it's not appropriate. So I love this palette. It is around $60, but you're getting 32 eyeshadows, which is an amazing bargain, and they blend very well. I will link the video where I really go in depth and show you guys swatches, and I compare this to the Mega Pro 2 from last year, as well as the original Lorac Pro palettes, the 1, 2, and the 3. So I will link that video for you guys, but really I love this palette. I think it is a beautiful staple, and it is limited edition, so I would definitely put this on your Christmas list for this year. Another eye thing that I have been loving is this pigment from MAC, and this is Tan. I have rose and blue brown pigment, but I did not have this one, and everyone raves about this, but I could never find it in like this little trial size because I don't like to buy the full size pigments because I just am like, I'm never ever going to use this. I'm probably never even going to use this, but I did really want this one, and I was actually in Nordstrom and I picked this up, and I saw it and I was like really excited. So I picked it up. This was $10 and I am obsessed. It is the most beautiful like color ever. It's raved about for a reason here on YouTube. I do use it wet when I use it, just to kind of intensify everything. But it's right there. It is just like this beautiful tan, like rose gold type of color. Really beautiful. It lasts a long time. Again, like you need the littlest amount possible, and it blends really well, and it works beautifully wet and dry. Okay, so moving on to lips. I said I only had one lip thing, but I actually forgot 2 things, so now we're talking about 3. This first one is from MAC again, and I got this when I picked up Tan. This is a satin finish lipstick in the shade Faux. Now, it's not like a very different, exciting color. It's right there. Very like a middle of the road, wearable, pink, but it is beautiful. It is so beautiful for every single day just to wear. The satin finish I have never tried. I have 2 lusters and then an amplified lipstick. So I have never tried the satin finish before. but I am enjoying this so much. It is a beautiful formula, really nice and creamy. And again, this color is just like the perfect pinky nude that has a little bit of depth. It's not super dark. It's not like concealer for your lips, and it's not even like the classic pinky nude. It has a little bit more depth to it, which I love, especially for this time of year. This is a great color to wear if you are someone who, like me, you know, you work in a setting where wearing like a dark lip like this or wearing a bright red lip is not necessarily appropriate, but you still want that like fall vibe. You don't want to wear the same nude every single day. So this is perfect because you get that like little bit of a deep mauve, but it's not work appropriate, if that makes any sense. It is just a really beautiful lipstick, and I definitely recommend picking this one up. Okay, so the next thing I have is this little bite set. This is the Perfect Bite. I did a whole video on the 2 bite holiday little kits like this, but this one has definitely been my favorite over the other one. Not that the other one is bad, but again, for my everyday life, this little set is just perfect. So it comes, ooh, I almost dropped it. It comes with 4 mini lipsticks, and these are all very neutral. I will link the video where I go in depth about this, but honestly, I can't really choose one shade that I love. I love them all. I think they're beautiful. And all of these do come in the full size. So if you watch that video and you see one that you really like and you don't want to buy the whole set, you can get these lipsticks in the full size Amuse Bouche line. So very good formula, nice and creamy, really pretty neutrals. I absolutely love that set, and I definitely recommend grabbing that. And then the last thing I have is actually a repurchase, and this is the Milani Moisture Lock Coconut Oil Infused Lip Treatment. Now I talked about this, I think, was it my last empties video? Maybe one before. No, I think it was my last one. When I first bought these, I got this one, the lemon and the grape, and I was like, these are like weird. They're really not anything. I don't even understand these. And so I kind of just put them away, didn't really think about them. And then recently, well, not recently, but like, I don't know, probably like 6 months ago, I decided to get this one back out, the coconut one. And I was like, you know, I need something at night that's really going to hydrate my lips. So I got that and I fell in love and I used that one all up. So then I was like, well, you know, since I use that one, I'll just try the lemon and the grape one. Okay, no, those do not do the same thing as this one does. I don't know if it is a different formula or what, but this one does say moisturizing almond cocoa. Now, the lemon one is repairing, I think, and then the grape one is something else. But this one is so moisturizing, way more than the other two. This leaves my lips so incredibly soft, and the next day, like if I put this on at night, when I wake up, I still feel moisture on my lips. It's not greasy, it's just like, yeah, like I can still feel a little something. And then when I'm getting ready in the morning, I will put this on, and then I normally wait to put my lip color on after I get to work because I normally drink my coffee on the way, and I'm like, well, there's no point of putting on lip color if I'm just going to drink coffee and, you know, have to reapply anyway. So I will put this on while I'm getting ready, and then when I get to work, I'll put on my lip color, and it is absolutely beautiful. I would recommend, if you're going to like put this on at the beginning of your makeup, do your makeup, and then like right at the end of, you know, sitting down, you're going to put on your lip color. I will say, I would recommend like blotting this off a little bit because it is an oil, so it probably will have a little bit like more residue and won't sink in as quickly in that short amount of time. But I just love this. It's so moisturizing. Like I said, it just leaves my lips like pillow soft. I absolutely adore this, and I 100% recommend getting it. It is just so good, and I tried to use the other two and they just did not compare, so I had to go back and buy this one. Okay guys, so that is it for my October favorites. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!